stream. I'm
Are we
recording
getting
now.
Echo?
What?
No echo on my end, is there?
No.
All right.
Not hearing the echo.
We'll let you know.
Is there any echo?
Oh.
All right, bring us into podcast land whenever you're ready.
All right. Welcome, viewers, to Powerless Season 3. We find ourselves, in ArenaCon. I'm trying not to start with a rehash of the plot from last time like I've done every other time, but for all you viewers out there, welcome.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Howdy.
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't sure what to say there. It's
Well,
first nature to start with a recap.
the way I started when I was working on getting better at these, and I'm still not perfect, so take this with a grain of salt, but a good way to use some time is introduce everybody. You're the
Oh.
DM, I'm Frequency, Bork is Chadwick.
Right.
I usually do a hello, or what's the actual proper word for it? Not acknowledgement, but a hello, an introduction, and then a quick little brief topic.
Greetings and salutations.
Yeah, greetings and
Internet people.
salutations. A little introduction, like, hey, welcome to AED&D. You're here with Fork17 as GM, or here with Die Dangerous GM. We have Canerva Sporgan, Fork17, and the Man Bear, all ready to play tonight. But first, a little housekeeping. We're playing on Thursday because Fork17 has too many friends, and it just got blinded, and he's leaving this weekend. And next week I'm good to go on whenever day you guys want to. Stuff like that,
That sounds like the perfect thing to have said if I were giving the intro, so I'll go with that.
Take a couple practice shots, we're good. Yeah, everyone good for next Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
This February 7th, I can't do Friday, I have to do Thursday.
Yeah, I might have people coming down that weekend as well. I
Well,
think the first we're leaving town, so that might have to be.
Okay.
Well, I might need a reminder by then, because I can only think ahead in like 1 week increments.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can think ahead a whole week?
It's tough, but sometimes I pull it off.
My plans stretch as far as Monday. I got
Anyways, let me go to the recap. Da-da-da. Last time on Powerless, our heroes began day 1 of ArenaCon with a dance-off. Representing Team Gizmo was a hero cop named Sledgehammer Disco. His opponents were Cleopatra, representing the Moderators, Punk, representing Force, and Big Sword, representing the Ravagers. As the stage shifted and the competitors danced, Frequency and Sparkstorm used the loud music and action to sneak into the Force corner while the agents were distracted. Interestingly, the Force soldiers were wearing unusual armor that looked bulky and different than any equipment that Sparkstorm was familiar with, and the outer plates were modified to resemble sporting attire for a football player with exaggerated helmets and shoulder plates. While there, they found Angelica Justice, who had previously gone missing during the Maldroid attack in Century City. Frequency warned Sparkstorm that she was a brainwashed killer in his universe, and was likely being controlled by her father, General Justice. In his universe, she was called Lieutenant Liberty, and right now, Angelica is wearing the outfit he remembers from his dimension. Standard Force uniform, armed with a towering riot shield in one hand, and a large machine gun casually slung behind her back. Sparkstorm dismissed this warning as he had developed feelings for her and wanted to know why she was here. Upon sneaking past the distracted soldiers, Sparkstorm noticed another unusual Force member. A large dog wearing a helmet and draped in a long red cape was leisurely chewing on a metal object in the corner. He didn't know what to make of this dog and chose to ignore it as he approached Angelica. Upon reaching her, he took a moment to make sure it was her, and she was wearing the standard Force eye mask, partially concealing her features. It was, and so he greeted her. She was at first shocked, and the two discussed how they got there, Sparkstorm being careful not to reveal too much just in case there was truth in Frequency's warning. She, however, explained that the explosion from within her room was staged to conceal her status while she infiltrated Maltech and stole a device that would let her enter cyberspace. As she continued to explain, it became apparent her story had a lot of holes. It was obvious that she was suffering some type of amnesia, as multiple days were missing from her memory. It wasn't clear how she embedded herself into a Force squad, but she knew that her team's mission was to keep Anubis entertained for the duration of ArenaCon. Besides the amnesia, she explained that just being here had some kind of effect on her ability to think clearly, and that nobody on her team really remembers what their other objectives were. Sparkstorm had witnessed this phenomenon already, as all the meta men in the capital seemed far more simple-minded than the ones in the southern city. He and Frequency also couldn't remember how to tap the Star Force power since getting here. Ready to part ways under the cover of the dance-off, Sparkstorm embedded a program on Angelica's communication device, the Malcommunicator, that would allow him to communicate with her using his gridometer. During all this, Sledgehammer Disco was blowing away the crowd with his robot-style dance routine. His competition was putting up a fierce battle as well. Cleopatra used her giant flowing ballet ribbons to throw the other competitors off balance while still maintaining a steady dance routine. The Radical Hunk used a freestyle break dance to wow the crowd. He even summoned up props like trampolines and basketballs that he used to complement his complex dancing style. Curiously, as the dance continued, the Radical Hunk's movements seemed to become more intricate, and a soft glow was building around his body. As for the Ravager named Big Sword, he attempted to physically attract the other competitors at every chance, costing him many points and serving only to inconvenience his competition. As the tournament progressed, our hero stoked the crowd's excitement into a roaring chant for Sledgehammer Disco, bolstering his performance. At the end of the match, Sledgehammer won with a small lead over Cleopatra, with the Hunk coming in third place, as he had points docked for tripping when Cleopatra struck him with her ribbons. The Ravager Big Sword, unsurprisingly, came in fourth. Afterwards, as our heroes celebrated, the first place in their room, Sledgehammer was even congratulated for a good game by the Hunk, who seemed to be handling his own loss with a couple of drinks from the bar. Curiously, our heroes bought another burger from the vendor, and this time it had actually a little bit of flavor. It wasn't a lot of flavor, but true to the vendor's word, it was an improvement over last time. Sledgehammer Disco even felt a little invigorated by the meal. Currently, it's only about 4 p.m., and we find ourselves with our heroes on day one of ArenaCon.
So first of all, I didn't dismiss his warning. I took it, and I was proceeded with caution. Possibly because I'm infatuated or have feelings for her. But yeah, I was excited to find her. And two, really sneak in there. I just kind of walked in. It's not my fault they weren't paying attention. And three, he didn't win it, but Sledgehammer should have won the trophy for cleanest dancer because he didn't try to mess with the contestants at all. He just used their attacks to his own groove.
And I mean, with the show I was putting on, no one was paying attention to you. You could have walked wherever you wanted.
I mean, the crowd was paying attention.
True.
I think the only other person that didn't cheat was Radical Hunk. But yeah, everybody else was like out to mess up their competition.
Well, he didn't necessarily attack the other contestants, but he didn't cheat. That's debatable. In terms of the we were ready to head to bed, right?
Well, it's not that late in the day. Like I said, it's 4 p.m. It's like, I don't know, you get off work, you still got plenty of time to do stuff you want. You might be a little tired, but you're not ready to sleep.
Oh, I thought
Kind
it
of all get together in the room. I do want to bring up the dude who wants me to like fucking kill the security guard for him.
oh yeah. I
Full meta, that wasn't the request, it was a roving patrol
yeah, I'll correct that.
outside the city.
I thought it was some robot guarding a door.
No, I corrected him. And we're like, yeah, no, the refugees that we helped come bring into the town, they found a building that they want to live in or squat in, and there's someone patrolling that we have to make disappear, or at least provide them a window that they can sneak in.
Yeah, that was more it. It was pretty vague.
Do you guys want to go check that out?
I mean, I owe nothing to these guys. We just kind of saved them by accident. But if you want to go, I'll follow.
I mean, they did say they'd pay,
They did mention money.
and you never know having some people like that in your back pocket. I'm just spitballing here. Like, all I know about crime work and stuff is really from the movies.
Well, now we have a resident detective on our side. I say as I gesture to our alcoholic detective.
First of all, I'm not a detective. I'm just an officer. Not much for investigation.
Well, that's like 20 times better than me. I'm an anti-hero. And that's like a million times better than him. He's a kid.
Guilty.
You got me there. All right. What do they use for money anyway? Floppy disks?
No, they've been paying us in regular money.
Yeah, the money didn't change between the universes apparently, or all the money is a 1-to-1 conversion ratio, and they just changed.
One of the two.
I suppose the conversion rate's all right.
I mean, as far as your guys' knowledge goes, this place is based on the real world, and it was built basically by people from the real world, so pretty much everything is thought of by people who exist in your reality.
Okay, so it's not going to be like data crystals. It's going to be dollars.
Yeah.
That works for me.
I mean, you bought the drinks with some of it, so.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it was that whole bar was at the request of someone from another world. I figured there'd be an exchange. I wasn't sure if that was a universal thing.
Seeing as we have some time to kill and our other objective is winning the tournament, we can proceed to head outside and go for a stroll and some recon on this building.
Hey, officer, we've got some time to kill. How about a quick B&E?
Yeah, that.
No
All right.
Here.
If you guys just want to move your tokens physically out of the room,
Where are we going?
whichever doorway you want, but you do see the big sir that was in the competition kind of walking back to his room. Just trying not to pay attention to you guys.
So I said to the guy,
I just continue to ignore him. I don't care.
he walked too
Anybody-
fast for me to say anything. Oh, wait, he was the guy dancing, right?
Yep.
I did not. I was focused on Sledgehammer, so I don't really have any knowledge of what he was doing.
He's going to 127.0.0.1.
Well, if you guys don't interact, he cards himself into his room and enters.
I'm sorry, I missed that reference.
Home. It's
Oh,
an IP address.
Oh, 127.0.0. Yeah, okay.
I'm not that much of a nerd, so I had no clue.
That wasn't in character. That was absolutely not in character.
I'm
Well-
not that much of a nerd in real life either.
They're normally 192.168.0.1 or 10.10.0.1 are the common ones I see that people have set up.
Fair.
all right. So you guys work your way out of the room and through the kind of entryway of the stadium. Sledgehammer Disco isn't familiar, but Frequency and Sparkstorm have come in through the proper entryway, and you guys kind of guide them there.
Oh yeah, totally.
All right.
Moving. We proceed to head on out of the place.
Without further ado, if you're not taking any more pit stops, I'm going to move you to another page.
Why didn't you just move us to another page in the first place?
Because I had a possible interaction there. It wasn't a big deal, but I wanted to give you the option for it.
Why would I negotiate with that dirty cheater?
I don't know. Anyways, put your guys on this map over here. No, wait. I have to do that. Not bad. It's been a while since I moved anybody on different maps. There we go. All right.
Oh, this place.
And as you exit, you guys are again reminded of how desolate and barren this city really is, despite being like the capital.
We really didn't spend much time on this tiny map before.
No,
No.
we showed up and went to the bridge and went. We spent more time in the sewers than we have in the actual city.
You guys spent pretty much half a session in the actual city.
Well, it felt like forever because it was the turnout.
Yeah. But now you're back and you see it once again that although the place looks clean, immaculately so, all the buildings, the windows, you can't even see through them, and you don't see any doors on most of them. All the surfaces on the buildings are completely smooth, each standing at least 3 to 10 to some even 20 stories high, but the range varies and it almost seems haphazard.
I'll need your help with getting that token on there. I don't have anything to drag out there.
Whoops. Okay. Oops, gotta find it. Actually, I'm gonna just I'll do this. Go. I'm gonna have to get you that token proper one of these days.
Hey, everyone hydrate. It's important.
This is like 80% water.
I'm drinking only water. I have to work tomorrow.
I gotta go to my
Right.
kitchen because I don't have a water bottle in here.
Yeah, that's where the faucet is. We know.
I have to work tomorrow. I just make bad decisions.
Can't argue with that logic.
I still have some gnarliness in my lungs. If it wasn't for a whole bunch of cold medicine, I would sound like an anaphylactic bug right now.
Wonder what that
It's
sounds
bad.
like.
I was coughing up a lung like 2 days ago. Yes, dear. All this trouble because of you. It's okay. Dottie never has a water bottle. He prefers the faucet.
All
That's 'cause
right.
he's an animal. A
Who,
filthy
me?
animal. Yeah, you.
What are you talking about? What'd I do?
Nothing.
Okay. You guys are working your way through, and I don't know if I stated it earlier. The guy told you generally where it was.
Yeah.
So you kind of gotta slink your way down this alleyway. I drew black lines. Map is kind of hard to see. Well, you
Most of
guys
it's
can walk
fog.
through. Yeah. So
We proceed to head there and observing the lack of stuff to observe. Basically,
yeah,
everything's too clean.
there's no sound either.
Yeah.
There's no hustle and bustle. You don't see any civilians around.
Well, yeah, they're all at the arena.
Okay, stop. Okay. You get there, Sparkstorm. You do see around the corner kind of a roving, what looks like a giant mech.
My eyes light up. Stop and kind of look like, ooh, shiny. As everyone in the group. So, like, I mean, I assume we're all in the same spot, just walking together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I kind of just like pause as we turn the corner. Let's say I'm the first one to see it. And I'm like, look at that.
Just to paint the picture a little bit further, this looks to be some sort of giant wide street, and these black lines are basically a string of connected buildings that basically form a giant wall. So like from there all the way to like here, yeah, there's no alleyways or anything. And then again from here to here,
Yeah, they're all connected
Yep.
buildings.
yeah.
Basically, like one contractor had like 3 years to build this, and they just built one frame into the other one.
Kind of, yeah. Okay. You guys want to do anything? Because you do see it slowly kind of like walking back and forth. Ever so slowly. It's making your way towards your location.
Is this the thinking we're supposed to make go bye-bye?
You could probably assume as much. They did mention it was big.
I mean, that's one approach. The other one is sneaking around.
Well, we gotta make it go bye-bye so they can sneak in the door. We at least have to distract it.
I'm still standing there mesmerized, waiting for one of them to notice.
What are you staring at?
Look it, Big mech. Looks like fun.
The other one you were in was bigger.
I know, but this one's in the city.
True.
The other one,
Well,
the other one was broken. That was just a puzzle to fix it.
That gives me an idea. Come back here. I'm talking to you, Chadwick.
Just moving.
I am going to use my ability to make other things invisible. And I'm going to make you invisible. And you're going to sneak on the giant mech and fuck with it. Because I don't think I got enough power to take it down.
Okay. I like that idea. Yeah. Oh, wait. Shouldn't we find the building that we need to...
Well,
that they're talking about?
while you're in the mech fucking around with it, making it so whatever the fuck you want to do with your weird science shit. Me and Disco Hammer will take a look around town and try to find this door we're looking for.
Yeah, let me, I just need to prepare one thing quick. I don't know if I've made a foldable saucer yet. I don't know if
I don't
have
think it was foldable. You were using trash can lids
Yes.
last time.
I quickly look around to see if I can find a trash can lid or a manhole cover of some sort.
Yeah, you see a very clean one. Looks unblemished and untouched, sitting in the street.
I go stand on that, activate my ability, which Sledgehammer says hasn't seen it, but then all of a sudden, like, I start floating upward and start floating towards them on top of this trash can. Manhole cover, right? That's what I'm on?
Yeah.
Okay. On the manhole cover.
All right. Flying.
Okay,
Not a
so
bad
what my
idea.
invisibility is going to do is it's going to give you add power effect to your visual stealth. And my power effect is... Where's power effect? 14. Roll bonus is 4. So you get a +4 from me to your visual stealth. It doesn't cover sound or anything.
Okay. Let me put that in temporary. Sneak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good enough. You don't have a temporary one in there. Okay. So I disappear, and then I am like, should I wait till it gets closer, or should I?
Well, yeah, my distance with making other things invisible is not very great yet. So try to wait till it's as close, probably within 15 feet, I would say. And me and Disco should wait around the corner here where we can't be seen.
Okay. Whoever's keeping an eye on this thing, roll a perception check.
I'm assuming it's not me because I'm a little distracted.
Oh, we're on the other side of the wall.
None of us.
I mean, if you want me to be lookout, I can be lookout.
As soon as one of you start looking, you can roll. It is moving still, though. While you guys are hiding, waiting for it to get closer.
There's buildings between us and it, right?
Yep.
So if there was a flash of light, it wouldn't see it?
Oh, no, it wouldn't.
Okay, flash of light. I am absolutely disco-free, just a cop. I'm gonna peek around the corner, see what I can see. Not flashy at all.
Roll perception, and at this point, also, I'm gonna roll perception too, because you're close enough.
It is a 12 perception.
Okay, while peeking around the corner, you see that there are actually hovering soldiers kind of like flying around it. Kind of makes you think of a hornet's nest. You know, kind of how they buzz around and then they return to it, and then they keep buzzing around. And you do see these soldiers kind of just flying around, redocking occasionally as it approaches you. And while you're looking, you do notice one of them kind of turns her head towards your position. Not saying they've noticed you, but you're free to react to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take a step out into the street and start walking away from it casually.
How far are you walking? Because now they've definitely noticed you.
Not very far, but I am just sort of swiveling my head side to side like I'm looking for something.
All right. I'm going to reveal some areas.
The contact was around here somewhere.
You hear kind of an overhorn say, "Leave premises now." And it's like that RoboCop thing. You have 5 seconds to leave premises.
And I go, hey, man, I'm just trying to find the stadium. I don't know who
You don't
built
have
this place, but it's confusing as balls. I'm just trying to get to the games.
You don't have an overhorn.
Yeah, but I shout, whatever. I'm hollering at this thing. It looks like it's hungry for cars. It's loud as shit. I'm just gonna yell at it.
4, 3.
I pick up the pace.
At this point, I want to fly up on top of the building that we're next to. Hopefully being within like range of frequency before. I'm assuming my invisibility might wear off by the time I get there, but I want to at least get a good vantage point so I don't have to go very far.
All right, fly on up there. You get up there and you can see that you're just a little bit above the hovering soldiers. You actually had to fly pretty darn high, about 20 grids.
It's a lie.
It's fairly high. And you can see that this thing stands roughly 15 grids high, 3 grids wide on the map. In terms of like height, it's pretty tall. So you're standing above and you can see the things that are flying are not really flying above the rooftops.
Yeah. So I'm kind of here waiting for it to get closer and observing what's going on, and I'll act when the time is right.
Okay. It continues to kind of walk forward. At this point,
And I'm just trying to stay just far enough that I'm not getting attacked.
I'm going to have my guys roll perception because they are pretty close. And they are kind of peeking above the building occasionally. Okay, nobody notices you. I'm assuming you got a good stealth modifier anyways, right?
Right now I do.
Good.
Ish.
Well, it's parked up right here, and you can see the thing, giant quadrupedal mech, kind of stops moving its legs and begins to slowly turn around. Return to ArenaCon, citizen. It shouts at you, Sledgehammer.
And I shout back, where is that? Show me the way.
It can't hear you. Anyways, it begins to turn around.
It's not going to chase him?
No.
Damn it.
He left.
I was kind of hoping it would chase him.
Well, I mean, he's still in view.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I was hoping it would chase him down here because I was going to cut it off and go up this way.
I mean, I can make it chase me, but that wouldn't be ideal.
No, not a suggestion I would make of you. I was just kind of hoping it would naturally try to, like, keep forcing you towards the arena. But oh well, it happens.
Let's say I have a pistol. I can take a couple pot shots at it.
No, don't piss it off.
Okay.
While I'm up here,
Keep with what you're doing, because at least this way, you know, you're innocent.
Just a bystander.
while I'm up here and it's counting down and yelling at my teammate, I want to take a look at it to see if there's an access hatch or some sort, so I can make a game plan while I'm up here before I take off.
Roll perception.
13.
You don't notice anything as it begins to turn around. I accidentally turned it sideways. As it begins to turn around and start walking back the way it came. You don't really see anything. Just soldiers hovering around it. You do realize that they have to dock somewhere. You do see that much. There's some sort of docking platform. But as far as control rooms and specifics, it's hard to make out from where you are.
Okay, give me 5 minutes and I gotta grab food.
Alright. Unless we're taking 5 here, guys.
Okay, so the soldiers are big fans of docking.
They probably need to recharge.
Yeah, and it sounds like they have to recharge frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Means they can't go very far.
Mm-hmm. Well, when it turns around and starts going the other way, I would suggest you come back to me. Hopefully by then, Chadwick will be docked on it himself, and he can go explore the inside, and we can take a look in the streets.
Just for funsies frequency, I want you to roll a knowledge check.
Am I using my specific knowledge of my dimension, or is this
vague? Just standard knowledge.
Yeah, okay. That is +9. Really? +9?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, I rolled a +9. 24.
All right. You know that all the technology in this place isn't as impressive as it initially comes off as. If you see something hovering with a jetpack, you kind of put 2 and 2 together and be like, yeah, they're probably not advanced enough to have permanent propulsion jetpacks.
Well, yeah, because my dimension was farther along in the timeline than this one is.
Yeah, everything here is based on tech from the 80s, more or less, or at least ideas from scientists and minds from the 80s.
Gotcha. Doesn't make it any less impressive.
Well, yeah, but it's just a catalytic reduction of high test peroxide.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, if it's a jetpack from the 80s, that's how they work.
Oh.
Huh. Yeah, it could be like that. Although this is frequencies knowledge check.
Fair. I mean, the same stuff melted a German pilot in the 40s.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, they cleaned him out of the plane with a fucking ladle. Like, it was bad, dude.
Damn, technology is scary.
Right?
Advancements in technology always are.
Well, more like strike fighters born of desperation are terrifying things.
Like kamikaze pilots? Like -1?
I mean, pretty much. Oh, dude, I gotta see -1 again. I still need to see Shin Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla was amazing. I want to see -1, the black and white version, just to see, like, is this different? Does this contribute to the experience? Because I haven't seen it yet.
I can't imagine it does.
Yeah, that's my thought.
The one thing I absolutely don't get is when they did Mad Max Fury Road, but in black and white.
Yeah,
Like-
now that's a weird one.
It was a spectacle. It was fantastic. And then it's just like, yeah, we're gonna take away all the color. Like, why? What do you gain from that?
The original Mad Max had color. I don't know what they're trying to. Are they trying to call back to something? I really, that was perplexing to me.
I don't know.
I'm back.
All right.
What's the food?
It's the stew with mashed potatoes.
I was gonna say it's the stew he was talking about.
Look, man, remember when I was saying my memory is short? I wasn't kidding.
It's a weird color, but yeah. I have a color filter on it apparently.
That looks good.
Yeah, with
All right.
dumplings that you made and then put in there for like the last 20 minutes. That's what the suet was for.
So the thing is, starting to walk back.
Okay.
Is Sparkstorm frozen for anybody else?
Oh yeah.
Not frozen?
Yep. So
Yeah, he is.
as it turns around, I'm gonna. I think I'm like, it's good time as any, and I go to jump on it. Let me actually switch it. And I activate the levitation again, and I go to fly. And you said that it's like a swarm flying around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to not touch any of them. And I'm just trying to try landing, like, I can see where they're docking. And I want to see, like, if, like, what they're doing when they're docking. Like, if they're actually flying in a bay or if they're, like,
Okay.
just
As you get
landing,
closer.
charging, and going back up.
Okay, I have them all roll perception again. None of them notice you. You are standing on a sort of docking platform. You see, unlike the sprite image I have, this thing actually has kind of a flat bed back that these things kind of return to, and they have sort of ports they kind of stand on while they're recharging their backpacks. Their jetpacks.
Oh, cool. I want to land and see if there's a doorway to go in.
There is. It's closed.
I want to test it to see if it's locked.
It's got a one of those handles. It's like a wheel handle. So you go to try and turn that.
I can start to rotate it. Does it? Like if it's locked, it's not going to rotate or whatever.
Yeah, it wouldn't if it's locked.
Yeah.
All right. Does a 17 beat your stealth check?
What is my stealth check?
What are all your bonuses? I know you're invisible right now. So add that to whatever you inherently have.
Well, I have my roll bonus, but is it just 10 plus that or what?
Yeah, it's 10 plus that. They're trying to beat it.
My visual sneak is 15 DC.
Okay, and frequency. What does your invisibility contribute to that?
+4.
Oh yeah, so 19.
Oh yeah, they still don't notice you, and you manage to turn the handle just a little bit.
Okay. Before I go in, I want to see if there's like a master shut-off power, like a power down, to power down the charging.
Roll perception.
Six. 15.
You're not familiar with a lot of the stuff up here. It's fairly complex. They don't seem to be docking in exactly the same place every time. Perhaps the docking platform itself is a charging station. You could only hazard a guess. but you don't see anything specifically.
Okay. I'm gonna sneak in then. I'm not gonna mess around too much out here. Don't want to take too many chances.
All right. You continue turning the handle. I'm gonna have them roll one more perception check. I hope you guys are subtracting MP. I'd say it's been about 3 turns worth.
I've already done 2 turns. I'll do another one.
All right. The 3 flying soldiers will re-roll their perception. You continue to remain unnoticed. You enter the door, and you do see another one of the big guys you're very familiar with at the helm. He's sort of just steering the thing around.
Meta-wise, refresh where am I familiar with them?
You fought 2 of him, but two duet soldiers who looked exactly like this already. You fought one of them in the desert while you were caravanning over here. You remember he was a pain in the ass because he's very tanky. The other was trying to be a capital commando, and you managed to get close enough and handcuff yourself to him.
Oh,
And drain
He handcuffed
a lot of his.
He handcuffed me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like walk in, and I see we're like in the bridge of the thing. Are there is there stairs downward or whatever to get inside this thing?
Nope, it's literally just one hallway, maybe with some latches and hatches to the sides. You don't know what's behind them. They don't look like doorways per se, more like access panels for electronics.
I start walking to see if I can find one that says main power.
Roll perception.
Whoa.
Also, this thing continues to move.
okay. It's kind of sort of past us now.
So I don't know how long.
Just go.
You don't see anything. At first, it looks like there's no actual writing on any of the panels.
Okay. I mean, I want to look or sneak until I can find there's a big hallway, but it seems like, submarine, you have the main hallway, but then you have offshoots and stuff that you can go into. I'm trying to look to get out of the main room, and so I don't have to sneak as much.
You have noticed by now that this thing is taller than it is long. It's maybe about as long as a semi-truck, and a lot of that is taken up by the back loading dock. So there's really not a lot in this small hallway.
Yeah, I'm trying to go up or down.
There is no up or down. You don't see any doorways.
No hatches, no ladders, nothing.
Nope.
Shit, there has to be the power source around here somewhere. But I go sit in a corner and I pull up my blueprint to see if I can, if I somehow snuck the blueprint of this machine when I stole all those blueprints. I just start cycling through it.
All right, I'll have you roll a tech check with disadvantage since you don't have this thing in any of your blueprint remembrance. Your catalog, you don't have it in any catalog in any way. So tech check with disadvantage.
what technical? Anyway, is it DH? D1? Nope.
DH will drop the highest. It's, let me see. I think it's just 2d20 D1.
Oh, that's a higher one. Okay. So disadvantaged would be a 23.
Oh
24.
yeah, DH1 would be
Oh,
disadvantage.
DH1. Okay.
Well, you can see that despite not exactly resembling anything you're familiar with, since it doesn't seem like there's anything immediately inside that's acting as a power source, you can ascertain that may be external.
Okay. I'm like, well, doesn't make sense. The wires have to go somewhere. I try to find a computer and just start peeking around.
27 is pretty damn high. The only place you can think of is that it's on the belly.
Can I get to the belly from here?
You would have to get off. You can fly though, so that wouldn't be that much of a problem.
I'm like, well, how do they fix this stuff if they don't have a way of accessing it from the inside? I kind of like begrudgingly just start walking my way out and get to the platform, jump off, and start flying and fly to the belly.
Okay, well, hold on right there. Nobody notices you.
I think to myself as I'm flying, I could get used to this invisibility.
Before we do anything else, we did say that this was going to be a short session. This is a work night. So, I'm going to call it here.
Do I get to the belly? I have something really cool I want to do when I get to the belly.
Okay, I'll let you do another action. Remember to subtract MP. I'd say this is round 4.
I suppose I should subtract MP for flying.
Yeah, you see that under the belly there are 2 giant turrets. Well, they're fairly big turrets. They're not humongous. They seem to be scanning around. They haven't noticed you. There's sort of a protected and shielded dome underneath the belly, though.
So I can't get to whatchamacallit then?
Not without brute force.
Well, that's upsetting. Never mind. I fly back up and I go sit in the corner.
You fly back up on top of the machine.
Yep.
All right. They still don't notice you. It's continuing to walk. I don't know how far your stealth lasts frequency.
1 per turn. It lasts a turn as long as I'm recasting it every turn. I'm taking my MP cost every turn.
All right.
Basically, I'm gonna go back in and hide. Anywhere I can till next session. Because
All right.
I'm running out of ideas if can't really get in from inside.
Okay, with that, while Sparkstorm's trying to conjure up ideas on how to sabotage this thing before the battle even maybe begins, we'll continue this next week, right? Friday?
Friday.
Yeah, Friday sounds good to me.
Yep.
All right. Sounds good. See you guys.
See you.
Yeah, I guess that's it then.
Sign us off on podcast line.
Oh yeah, to all the viewers out there, find out what happens next time on to our heroes on Powerless.
And if Sparkstorm can figure out how to operate this machine.
Yeah, that'll be the interesting part. Anyways, that's it, fellas, for the night.
Oh,